Hey guys, what is up? Sucrafted here, and welcome back to the next episode of my podcast series where I'm interviewing YouTubers. And today I'm with my good friend, Sunfire SG.
Hello.
You alright?
How are
How's it
you?
going? Oh, you
Pretty
said it at the
good,
same
pretty
time.
good.
I'm also good. We've been wanting to do this for a while, but we've only just been able to sit down and get things going.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's really late for me and really early for you, since
Very late. I
yeah,
think I'm on my second or third coffee now. I can't remember.
yeah. So that's it's so difficult with time zones to get a lot of these calls to work.
It is. It is. I mean, this
Yeah,
is my world as a YouTuber. When it
yeah,
comes to collabs, it's very, very early mornings, stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But I'm glad we were able to organise it. So I'll
Yeah.
jump with the first question I ask everybody, which is how did you get into Minecraft?
Um. To be fair, I wrote Minecraft off very, very early on and went, nah, that's not a game that I would like to play. It doesn't appeal
Almost
to me.
everybody says that.
And it's. I think a lot of us kind of miss the charm of it. And
Yeah,
it's only afterwards that we've got into it that we're like, wow, this is such a game changer.
yeah,
But yeah, a friend of mine got me into it after I fell quite ill, and he sort of went, look, you can't run around as much as you did before. This allows you to do exploring, building, whatever you want to do. It's very versatile. Give it a go,
hmm,
and I did, and he was right, absolutely spot on, correct, because it's been fantastic. I've it's definitely helped me a lot with, I guess, a lot of the stuff coping with my illness and things like that.
yeah. So how long after you voted off was it that when you gave it a proper go?
Um, so it's only been about 2.5 years maybe since I started playing Minecraft, and I started playing on the console,
Yes.
on Xbox One. Oh well, 360 I think at first on at my friend's house, and
Mhm.
then Xbox One. And looking back at those old worlds is kind of scary because the
Yeah,
builds are awful.
yeah. But you got us somewhere, haven't you?
You do, you do. I mean, I've had people ask, like, how do you improve your building? It's just practice. That's basically it.
That's all. It's like everything, just practice, practice, practice. So,
Yeah.
when you went to the console, did you stay on the console for a while, or did you immediately move on to PC, or how did things go
Um,
around?
it was on the console for about a year,
Right.
and probably a year and a half actually. I only moved to Java
Hmm.
at the request of a friend who had a realm that she said I could probably join for a bit on
Yeah.
Java,
Yeah.
and it
What?
took a
What?
while to get used to the
I was gonna
keyboard.
say that's a big transition from console to PC.
Yeah, it was, but it didn't take as long to adapt as I thought it would.
All right.
So I found within a couple of weeks I was not wanting to go back to console because it was just easier on the PC at that point.
Well, I say this to everyone because Minecraft was built for the PC. It wasn't built for the Xbox, so it's always gonna feel
Yeah,
more comfortable on the PC.
yeah. I mean, it's just
Um,
getting used to the keyboard controls. That's basically it.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the same with most people. If you're not already a PC gamer, then it's going to feel even worse for you to get used to it.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, I was not a PC gamer at all. So it took it. It was different. I'd
yeah,
only ever played games on console, so it was very different.
yeah. Well, I'm glad that you were able to get into it so much. So, when you're playing Minecraft, like, what's your genre? Are you a builder? Are you a survivalist? Are you a creator? What's
Ooh.
your thing?
When I first started, I was very much just a sort of builder and creator. That's where I started. That's what I did and what I enjoyed.
Right.
But when I sort of joined that Realm friend, that's when it sort of became a lot more survival based.
Right.
Um, I definitely enjoy the survival aspect because it definitely makes building far more rewarding in my eyes.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
you
that's so true. Yeah.
because you've got all those resources yourself, and that's the main thing. You've done it.
Yeah.
Everything block by block. It's yours. It's your creation at that.
I pretty much said that yesterday. I was interviewing Vidagovia, if I can say his name properly, and he said basically the same thing about how in survival, like you feel like you've when you look at it, the satisfaction is so great because you know each one of those blocks you're going by yourself,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's a great feeling.
It is. It is.
So what, like when you're building, so would you say you're a builder then more than anything?
Um, yeah, kind of. I tend to prefer the exploration side of it. It doesn't sound like. I mean, you with my builds and stuff that I've been doing, I
Mhm.
spend a lot of time building. Don't get
Yeah,
me wrong, but the exploration side, like I am looking forward to the new biomes so much
oh yeah,
because um the hunting of the biomes is one of
Mhm.
my favorite things to do.
Yeah,
Finding that perfect location to build, perfect place to set up your base, the resources that you need, everything about that.
yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know the feeling of when you're looking for somewhere to start your first base or looking for somewhere to build, finding the
Mm.
perfect place. It's quite critical. And yeah,
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I
it's just getting
remember.
that sort of wow moment where you're like, "Oh yeah, that's what I want."
Yeah, exactly. When you search for ages and ages for the biome you're looking for, and you finally find it, and you feel like the
Yeah.
exploration was worth it. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Those are great feelings that you get. So, you were playing Minecraft for a while. So, how long did it take you to get to start thinking, "No, I'm going to do this on YouTube"?
Um, it kind of became a natural progression, along with, I guess, um, starting Minecraft on PC.
Hmm.
I had a bit of info from like a friend of the channel, Ed
Hmm.
Cobbledump, and he was making videos on Mine Zealand at the time, which I'd just joined,
Hmm.
and he just kind of went, "Look, it's not for everyone, but it can add a lot to the game if you want to give it a try."
Hmm.
And I did, and I enjoyed it immensely. So I just kind of continued fun, and it's got me here so far.
So, Mount Z, that was like a Daisy thing, wasn't it? Like a zombie survival type thing.
No, mine's Zealand, so it's basically like
Oh,
New
Mount
Zealand,
Z.
but
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. 'Cause that was your first video, wasn't it?
Yes, with the
Yes, I'm remembering
horrendously
this.
bad audio.
Yeah, I never actually. I saw the thumbnails and the videos, but I
Don't
never
watch
actually watched
them.
them. But I think
Don't
I'll have to
watch them.
now.
No, actually, watch the later episodes are great. It's the first, I think, 3 or 4. I was really struggling with the audio side of it,
Right.
but definitely, it's definitely improved a lot since then. Uh,
Yeah.
as I kind of found my feet on YouTube.
Yeah. No matter who you are, your first videos are never good. Really. I
No,
mean.
I mean, I kept them up there purely for I'm keeping them up there purely for I guess historical records. So I can always look
Yeah.
back on those moments and go, "Yep, I've come a long way. My channel's definitely still improving," and that's what I like to see.
I think people like to see that as well. People who are watching them,
Yeah,
they like to look at your older videos and compare them to your newer ones, so people can see the progress um, and confidence. Because I think no one's really confident on the first videos, are they? It
oh
takes a
no,
while.
I was horrendously nervous,
Yeah.
and I
So was
was
I.
basically
Yeah.
talking with when I get nervous, I talk in a mono. So
Right.
that's a sign that you can sort of see that I'm nervous as if I'm just talking like this and I'm not really moving my voice down in pitch. And
Yeah.
I didn't even notice I was doing it at the time. Ooh, almost. So, I just mentioned I am playing Minecraft in the background.
Yeah.
um, yeah, they weren't good, but saying that, they weren't the worst I've seen on YouTube either. Like,
No.
everyone's places.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that anybody's videos are particularly bad. It's just making sure that you take those lessons from your early videos and you sort of always look for improvement. Always.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's good. I guess I can say that no one's videos are bad. No, you're right. I shouldn't have said that. It was, but the
Oh no,
quality. Oh no, I know what you're saying.
you didn't say that. You
Yeah.
didn't say that. It was more
Yeah.
I kind of inferred that my old videos
Yeah.
were bad, but
Yeah.
it's more like it's a starter.
Yeah. Exactly. You start. Well, you got to crawl before you can walk, and you got to walk before you can run, and
Yep,
that's what YouTube's
exactly.
like. So
It is.
when you said it was your friend who decided to get recording, so was he like your main inspiration to record, or did you have other YouTubers
Uh,
he quite liked?
he I was watching his videos, and he has a very different style to what I do. He's more of a like mature Minecraft channel,
Hmm.
whereas I'm a lot more family friendly.
Hmm.
But I enjoy his content. He's got a very interesting way of looking at things. He does a lot of work on the alpha stuff,
All right.
which is fascinating to me because I came into the game so late.
Hmm.
I didn't get to see any of this stuff in alpha, and it genuinely feels like a different game, which is quite bizarre.
I didn't like alpha. I was an alpha player, and if I had to choose between now and being back in alpha, I would choose now.
Yeah, I feel like I would struggle in alpha because it's not as much choice as far as block.
No, there's
But
not.
from the perspective of like a survival game,
Yeah,
it kind of felt a bit more
it was harder.
dangerous because you couldn't sleep, you couldn't escape.
You couldn't run. You had to walk.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a lot more, I guess, like
Yeah.
horror survival based than
Yeah.
than crafting and creating.
Yeah,
I mean, I like the direction that the game's gone now. I like that we've got all these resources. But it's interesting to me looking back in the alpha days and sort of going, wow, I can't believe I missed that.
yeah,
Because that was my first view of it. I remember back in like 2008, 2009 when they were, I was at some sort of gaming convention, helping out with like a rugby game that was coming out in New Zealand, All Blacks Rugby Challenge. And
right.
they had a booth next to us. And I was looking at it and going, that'll never take off.
Yeah.
It looks so basic. Like, how's that going to take off? I don't understand it.
And was that
How
Minecraft
wrong I
one?
was. How wrong I was.
Yeah. I mean, it's now one of the most popular games of all time. So
Yeah,
I, mean,
I would argue it probably is the most popular game of all time. I think it's still said 90 million active players for
yeah,
a
and
game that's
they've sold
10 years
over 1
old.
billion copies.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think that's pretty successful.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So with the end of the YouTubers you were watching, or was it just your mates?
I was watching I started watching some Hermitcraft stuff, like mainly Mumbo Jumbo.
Yeah, he's
as
always good. Yeah.
I still have no idea how to do redstone, so the guy's a magician.
Yeah,
And,
him and Exuma Ford are crazy.
yeah.
So,
But it's that sort of side of it was fascinating to me because I hadn't dealt with it before, so I wanted
Mhm.
to sort of see. I mean, granted, most redstone things don't work the same Java as they do on consoles. So
exactly.
stuff that I saw him build, I couldn't actually build on the console anyway. And that's kind of where, like, being on Twitter has definitely got me in touch with a few more YouTubers who can help me with that sort of side of it, especially on like Craftaway on the Bedrock version.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really need
that
to
was
mention
actually my
names,
next
but Captain
question.
Obvious, one man, one game.
Well, he inspires everybody. He's like, he's
Yeah,
literally,
exactly.
he
He's
is
a
the
massive
captain.
pillar of the community.
Yeah, he is literally the captain.
Yep.
So my next question was actually
Captain
about how he got into Twitter. How long was it after he started on YouTube?
It was just after I started on Craftaway. I think Cloutos had mentioned that he advertised on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
and I hadn't really been advertising my content,
Mm-hmm.
which kind of a channel wasn't really growing.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
I went, oh, I'll give it a go. There might be, you might make a couple of friends, and I never saw the appeal of Twitter before.
mm-hmm.
I mean, the only sort of, I guess, example of Twitter I'd seen was just like when somebody had tweeted something offensive or something, and it had gone like massively huge around the world, complaining, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want part of that. It seems a bit
Yeah.
toxic. But again, I was completely wrong. The community has been fantastic.
Yeah, I think we're in the same community, and I don't think there's a single person in our community that I don't like. Everyone's great.
Yep.
I mean, like I say, there's Cap, there's Stonebeard, he's great. There's Griff.
Stoney's hilarious.
Yeah, Stone is really funny. There's an anime character that he always reminds me of, and I always show people it's called Shinjao. It's been on Twitter loads of times, and I love him. He's great. Griff's great. There's loads of people.
Yeah.
I would struggle to name them all.
I'd love to work with Griff on something. I think I'd have a good laugh with him.
Well, he streams with Cody Malley most Thursday nights as well.
I'm gutted because I always miss it. 'Cause it's
Yeah.
like my Friday morning and I'm off to work. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is, yeah. But, yeah, Griff's a great guy. Whenever I call up with him, it's always a good laugh. I'm trying to think. There's so many people in our community that are all great. C3PO is like the mother of the group, I would say.
Yes.
She's like...
Keeps everyone in line. I like that.
Yeah, and her and D4, like, the weird, funny couple.
They are the stereotypical married couple.
Yeah, they're so British as well.
Arguing about Minecraft. I know, and I love that. It's so funny. The banter that they have on Twitter as well is just great. I really enjoy it.
It's brilliant. It's just see through people constantly complaining about D4. I feel bad for him sometimes because he really gets it in the neck.
I don't because it's funny to listen to.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you can tell they've got a great relationship there.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously Twitter. I mean, you're quite active, and you don't do what a lot of people do, which I hate. Is a lot of people aren't successful on Twitter because they only tweet about the channel and the videos, advertising, which that's not how we use it. No one's going to follow you. No one's going to be interested. So you've got to be human. You've got to be interactive. You've got to look at other people's posts as well.
You got to engage with people. I mean, you wouldn't go up to someone on the street, someone you'd never met at a bus stop, and just be like, "Hi, want to see my video?"
Yeah,
you just want to do that. You get to know them at first before you're like, "Oh, I make videos. Do you maybe want to try and watch one?"
Yeah.
Even then, I'd be a bit wary about telling people about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're essentially talking to strangers, trying to get them to be interested in your channel. We looked at it that way; it's a bit creepy, but yeah, Twitter it's great for expanding a channel and also helping other people expand. And like we're building communities, like we've built our community, and it's great. I'm trying to interview everybody in our community at some point. But
I've been watching the series and I've been really enjoying it. It's really interesting to sort of hear how everyone got into Minecraft.
Yeah, everyone has quite different stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about how, obviously, you don't talk about how you're not very well, but it must be a great stress reliever and not time passer, but just something to do while you're not feeling very well.
It's hard for people to get their head around the fact that you can be in pain 24/7.
Yeah.
And not kind of show it on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's something that's, I guess, like even family members don't really understand yet. They're still getting their head around. But for me, it's a very good distraction from pain.
Mm-hmm.
So I can play for hours and kind of go and explore, do whatever stuff I normally do.
Mm-hmm.
Just fun basically. It is a lot of fun. Right? It's a good distraction.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a great distraction from life, really. Whenever you're a bit stressed out and you've had a bad day, there's nothing better than going on Minecraft, and the hours just pass like minutes. It's great.
You get sort of like focused on a build or something, and then that's your evening gone.
They should have Minecraft in hospitals now. That's what they need.
I would be down for that. I'm actually in hospital tomorrow for some surgery. Well, kind of surgery, but I'd love to be playing Minecraft after I come out from that.
Yeah, it'd be brilliant. And not just for the kids, though, for everyone, but all the adults as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, I reckon if my granddad was still around, he'd be super into.
Yeah.
I really reckon he would. I think he'd love it.
I tried to get my granddad into Minecraft, but he's not very interested. But yeah.
No, I think my granddad at first would probably be very. Oh, this is a waste of time. I don't want to do this. And then after he spent maybe a couple of hours building something, I think he'd change the tune pretty quick.
I think anyone wants to give it a genuine chance to enjoy it. It's the first look which makes people think this just looks bad. You gotta give it a good chance. So
I mean that's exactly what stopped me from getting involved earlier is that I didn't give it a good chance.
No.
The first good chance I had was I got dragged to my friend's house, who sort of went, "Oh, maybe you should try Minecraft," and he didn't tell me we were going to be playing Minecraft all night. So we'd had a couple of beers, and then he just went, "Okay, we're playing Minecraft now," and I didn't really have any choice but to play. I still remember the dirt hut that I built, and I was so proud of. And then I sort of went around the corner to see what he'd built, and he built this amazing sort of like medieval house, and I'm just like, oh well,
Oops. Bit of a difference.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone builds a dirt house, though. That's like.
Oh yeah, exactly.
You go from dirt house to wooden box to a house. That's usually the progression.
How it sort of went. Well, so it didn't really get to the house age. It was dirt house, wooden box, strange onion shaped thing. It's basically how that first house went. I still like experimenting when I'm building. I think style-wise, it's definitely more of the sort of medieval style with maybe a touch of modern now with the lab that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're
Yeah.
talking about the lab, because that's on your Craftaway SMP, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So that is on the Bedrock edition, though, isn't it?
It is.
So how did you get into that?
I was on Mine Zealand, and I had noticed with Mine Zealand it had wound down quite a bit. Not many people were on, and I kind of go. The thing that I love about Minecraft is the multiplayer aspect. Like I
Yeah.
love being able to log on and wow, look at that build. That wasn't the last time I logged on.
Yeah.
And obviously, when it was just my builds that I saw every time, it was like basically playing single player. I
Yeah.
kind of just wanted to change, get some more multiplayer stuff. And I was approached by Klotos.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was Klotos. And he said, "Hey, look, I've been thinking about joining an SMP, and they asked if there's any more people that he'd recommend." And sort of told me about it, and that it was on Bedrock.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, I'll give it a go. Seeing as, well, I guess you've got Java, you can get Bedrock for free.
Yeah. So, and that's just how you got started?
That's basically it. Yeah, I got started. I joined the Discord, and we started chatting with Bully and
Mm-hmm. Buddy
the
Bait,
rest of the crew.
Yeah.
And we kind of discussed it a bit. Took ages to settle on a name, but we settled on Craftaway, which was a good choice.
So you were there at the very beginning?
Yeah. Very, very beginning.
Oh,
Craftaway,
right.
I was there.
Right, that's awesome. So how many of you when you first started then?
Good question. I think there 6 to 8 of us.
Right. And are you all selective or?
Yeah, mostly. There's a few people who, like, Bully Bait's got a lot of stuff on with work at the moment, but he has been recording, so I expect we'll be getting a few more episodes soon.
Mm-hmm.
The Klotos is still very active. We've got Shadow Cell, who's back. Conniption Fit was one of the newer members. He's very active.
Yeah, I've seen him on Twitter quite a bit, yeah.
Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah.
Paisley as well, Paisley Gaming.
Paisley, yeah, I've seen them on Twitter as well.
He's just Paisley now. He's not Paisley Gaming. It's Paisley.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he's very active. We've got Racecrafter, who's very active.
Yeah.
It's actually still a very active server. There's a few people, like I said, that are away with real life stuff.
Yeah,
but that happens. Yeah. I mean, we're not big YouTubers. We can't basically afford to put tons of time aside to make videos.
No, it would be unreasonable. Yeah. That's I think that's what all people need to realise. The ones who don't see what's behind the scenes, where we have to go to work, spend time with our families, and do YouTube and sleep. So I mean, it's a very tight life we're living at the minute.
It is. It's a very fine balance, and it's quite tricky to get it balanced.
Yeah, especially for you doing your collabs, it's almost impossible.
Oh, it can be frustrating, but
yeah.
To say, in a way, the sort of illness keeps me from sort of sleep and work quite often. So it kind of works out in some respects. I can usually plan out, kind of like today. Like I usually have Wednesdays off, sort of recovery day for my health.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible. It's just making it work with other people's schedules more than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah, I get. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, so. I mean, you're always busy though. Like no one. I think a lot of people fail to realise that it's more than just recording. You got to edit it, upload it, do all the other bits. It's the
planning side of it as well. I think for if you're wanting a sort of successful channel, you kind of need to plan out what your episode's going to be, because like if it's okay to have like the odd rambling episode where you're just mining that and you're not really doing anything too much, but if you've got a plan in place of what you're going to record before you record it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, well, yeah, you have to. You can't just start recording and have no idea where you're going with this.
Yeah, because it doesn't really make for a coherent episode.
No, but when you're on because you've actually got quite a lot of episodes of Craftaway with them, and you're on like episode 50, aren't you?
I just hit 50, yeah. So it's quite cool. It kind of worked out for the 300 special that we hit episode 50 as well. So we got like 2 milestones in one there.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going quite fast now because you're already like 322 subscribers or something now. So, I mean, you're way past your 300 now, so you're going at quite a good rate.
Yeah, so it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Do you think Craft Away was part of your your moderate success on YouTube with the getting subscribers, or do you think it was something else?
I think it's a mixture of both. I was learning new tactics and sort of ways to improve my channel
Mm-hmm.
from the Mind Zealand days.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to collab with more active people. The marketing side, as far as like Twitter, like that, actually improving. But I do think Craftaway played a big part in it, in the sense that with any active SMP, you're a member of that community. So in a way, other people's subscribers kind of become your subscribers as well.
Yeah.
And I think it was a mix of like everybody had massive growth Craftaway. Everyone's sort of had growing channel.
Yeah, you all
It's
kind of
been
help each
great
other
to
out.
see
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been great to see us all sort of bounce ideas off each other and grow together. It's a nice little. It's like a family. They're like my brothers and sisters.
That's a great way to see it. And it's always nice when you see a good SMP where everyone gets along well. There's so many SMPs that fail as well, whereas clearly 50 episodes, it's obviously going strong. And
It is, and I've got plenty more that I want to do as well.
Yeah. I always struggle with that because, like, like One Man, One Game, his Infiniverse, he pumps out episodes every day. And I have no idea how he does that. Like,
I wish I could do that. I really do. Because,
yeah.
He's just got great ideas, I think. And the man's a Redstone genius as well, so
yeah.
that helps.
Yeah.
If I could do Redstone as well, I'd probably have a lot more stuff. I mean, I'm starting to dabble in it, but it's very basic thing.
It's like another language.
It's computer coding. It's binary. You got to learn how to code.
I don't have the mind for that type of thing, so I know the basics, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking up a lot more from One Man One Game's videos as to how like things work and why certain circuits won't work and what certain circuits do. It's been an interesting learning experience.
Yeah. So that's the first SMP we were talking about, but you've also started a new SMP, haven't you? Which is the World of Aquatic. Yeah.
Yep, World of Solitude Aquatic.
So
with C4, Sweeney.
Yeah, C3PO is in that one as well, isn't she?
Yes, because she's also in tip of my tongue.
Diamond Society?
Yes.
Yeah, she's just joined Diamond Society, yeah.
I forgot that because I wanted to apply for that. I might, next season I might be applying for that, I think.
Yeah, if you do, I'll definitely back you up on that one because I'm a strong member of that as well.
Yeah, I saw.
There. Yeah, so how are you? I know you've only done like a couple of episodes, haven't you? So how are you finding that?
It's good to be back in Java. I guess I like the fact that in Java you can create some incredible farms.
Yeah.
Can't really do in Bedrock, but in a way, I find that's a blessing in disguise. Actually, in Bedrock, like people always complain about the fact you can't make giant farms, but it kind of forces you out to do other things. So in episodes, I've in Craftaway, a lot of my stuff's story based now. Where I'm creating a world around what's been going on there. And I probably wouldn't have done that in the fact that I couldn't make some Bedrock Edition.
Yeah. It kind of forces you to try other things that you might not normally try. Yeah, that's kind of great. So, do you have many plans for the World of Aquatic, or are you kind of seeing how it goes?
I'm about. Well, I think I've got one out today, actually. But I'm about 4 or 5 episodes in.
It says that you've just uploaded one 25 minutes ago.
Oh, look at that! Look at that timing.
Yeah. So you got 2 episodes out of that. So
I'm 2 episodes down. I've got about 4 or 5 actually recorded.
Oh, right. So that's good.
Today, actually. So it's going good. I mean, I've got some interesting plans that's very different from the lab, but in a way, because of the storytelling aspect I started Craftaway, it's all going to tie together. So even though it's 2 separate SMPs, there's going to be an overarching story between them, I think.
Well, that would be really interesting to see. And that means that your fans who watch both of them can kind of see that and think, oh, look, that's from the other season. Oh, that's from the other series. And
yeah, well, that's what I'm hoping. I kind of want them to sort of take away, some stories from it. I mean, I love storytelling. I like writing. I like doing stuff like that. And the idea of marrying that into Minecraft is something that's greatly interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the best of both worlds, and I think people like listening to that stuff and watching that stuff as well because they kind of get more the feel for the story a bit more. They get more involved, which is great for them as well. So, do you think you're going to be streaming any of the your Minecraft series at some point?
Well, I'm streaming over on Twitch now. I switched from YouTube to Twitch a while back.
Yeah.
And I had started over on Twitch to kind of stream other stuff than Minecraft, but honestly, I'd spend that much time on Minecraft. It's usually just Minecraft that I stream at the moment.
Yeah.
And I stream a different SMP there called River Valley.
Yes, I have heard of that.
I've been using that as my sort of sounding board, my testing board for some of the builds and farms that I want to build elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's a nice little community there as well in its own right. So that's where I usually stream. But I mean, I'm tempted to do some streams of World of Solitude and Craft Away again on Twitch as well.
Mm-hmm. When you're on River Valley, is there any other members that any of us might know?
Elegant Emmy.
Oh yeah, I know Emmy. Yeah.
Blissful Kitty's on there.
I know.
Really
I'm a big fan of Blissful Kitty. Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah, she's really cool. We've got. It's been a while since I logged on.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. So, I mean, you're in quite... That's
apologies if I forgot. Oh, I actually forgot you were early in the morning.
It's really hard to be... I'll put you on the spot there as well. I'm sorry. Give me the names! So, I mean, you're in 3 different SMPs, essentially. I mean, that must be really difficult to split up your time and be creative on all 3 of them.
It's not as hard as you'd think, because I guess like River Valley is my sounding board. A lot of the stuff that I do there is just kind of part and parcel of what I'm doing elsewhere. Right. It's kind of like having a testing world, but I've got to build everything in survival.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So that's kind of what that is, and with Craft Away, I don't. Even though I'm in a couple of SMPs, I'm not finding it hard to juggle the time, because usually I'll find a bit of time to do like 2 or 3 episodes recording in one sitting, and then I can just sit back and edit it, and it doesn't take as long as I would have thought it would take a lot of the time, especially with these earlier episodes where it's more about setting up your base than writing the story.
Do you think it helps that they're on 2 different types of Minecraft, and it helps to differentiate them a bit? Or do you think it would be the same either way?
I feel like I would probably have come to a sort of story-based thing on Java as well, but it would have been a lot lower, and I might have, I don't think I would have had the sort of audience that I have now if I'd just stayed with Java.
Yeah, I mean,
people give Bedrock a hard time, but it's not as bad as people make out.
I think it's one of those things where if you were a PC player from the start, everyone went a bit mental when they branched Minecraft out their console and phone and everything. So I think even people who have never tried Bedrock instantly hate it because it isn't on the PC.
It is on the PC. That's the thing. I play it on the PC.
Yeah,
it's just different. That's all.
Yeah, but that's just what people are like. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Human
nature. That's different. I don't like it.
Yeah, well, that's people don't like change. That's fair enough if they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. No one's forcing them. But it's good when people give them a chance, though. Especially for smart YouTubers like us. We try quite hard.
Yes.
So I noticed you were streaming Skyblock for quite a while. You've done quite a few Skyblock live streams. So what was the idea for that?
The Skyblock stuff was just because I got a new PC at the time. I hadn't played modded. Kind of wanted. I did start a Skyblock very early on my laptop called Void Pack,
Mm-hmm.
which is a similar type of skyblock to the one I chose next.
Mm-hmm.
And the issue with that was it just kind of it's weird. It's now taken off. I get comments on it fairly regularly,
Right.
and it's got like a couple hundred views and stuff.
Right.
But at the time, it wasn't doing well. And then I had an issue with the world corrupting as well, and I'd have to start again. I just you bother with that. I'll just do something else.
Yeah,
and I believe Craftaway started about that time as well, so it kind of worked out.
Well, you have the how to skyblock thing, don't you? Which wasn't too long ago. That was about 4 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, how to skyblock. Yes.
Yeah, because that's when I looked at. Because you got like 10 hours worth of live streaming there.
Yes.
I mean, that was a long. Like, yeah, like the first one was like just over 3 hours long, which I can't imagine playing Skyblock that long in a row because I get a bit stressed out with this.
Well, so, I'd already had a fairly good sort of start at that point, and I guess a lot of my time in that was kind of taken up with the building aspect of it because I was again doing something a little different. I was kind of with my building, I was trying to design a fully natural style skyblock. So rather than just like floating platforms, it was going to be Sky Island. So you could spend 3 or 4 hours just terraforming a Sky Island very, very sort of quickly. Especially if you're chatting with people along the way as well, which quite often was.
Yeah, there's nothing more depressing than a live stream with no one to talk to.
Yes, if you've got a live stream, at least you've got someone to talk to. If you're doing it on your own, it's kind of...
You get people's opinions as well as you're doing it, and people say,
exactly.
Do this instead, or try that instead. It's great. So how did you find the Skyblock streaming? Would you want to do it again, or do you think you're not going to bother trying it again?
I enjoyed it, but I think if I was going to do anything like that again, I'd like to do a stream, like a collab stream with people, with someone.
Yes.
Like,
like Cody and Griff do on Thursday night.
Yeah, kind of. Like, Stoney and I threw about an idea a couple months back of possibly doing like SevTech Ages together, but it was just finding the sort of timing to do that, because obviously time difference is an issue, and there's not really that many people in New Zealand that I can stream with and to. If you look at
it's not just finding time as well. It's finding time when you're both available at the same time, and then having a few hours to do it as well. It's really difficult. So I can imagine that that's quite a struggle. I can understand why you want to do a call up though, because it can be quite lonely doing a few hours by yourself. But I really hope you can get that sorted though. So
it'd be cool if you can, but I mean, I know Stoney's quite busy at the moment with his streaming schedule with other games. So I mean, it may happen, it may not.
I've never seen Stoney play Minecraft yet, so I'll kind of like to see that. No,
the first couple of times I watched him, he was playing Minecraft. He was building the Iron Castle. I don't know what happened to that. Then after that, it was a lot of Skyblock stuff back when he was on YouTube before he switched to Twitch as well.
Yeah.
But I think Twitch has definitely helped him open up a lot more games for him to play.
He plays like a lot of Orc stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, like World of Warcraft and been playing a lot of horror games and stuff now.
Yeah,
and it's been he's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I like Sony. He's quite funny. Yeah. So my next question was actually about My New Zealand. We've covered it a little bit. So, what did you like? How long did My New Zealand last? And what did you think My New Zealand was the basis for the rest of your YouTube, and how everything just went from that?
Definitely the start. As far as like the basis, I think the base of what I did on YouTube has definitely evolved since I started the channel, which I'm glad of.
Yeah,
like it would have been. I mean, I like to think that I'm slightly different from other because there are a lot of Minecraft YouTubers.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that the sort of storytelling side of it helps set me aside as slightly different. Because obviously, I like the storytelling element. I don't necessarily think everyone else will like it, but to me, it's something I enjoy. I definitely want to see other people enjoy my content.
Mm-hmm.
So
So was
Yeah,
Mind Stealing's not very storytelling, or was it just
no,
purely...
no. It was basically me finding my feet more than anything else.
Right.
Finding my feet on YouTube and working stuff out how I wanted to go about building,
Mhm.
how I wanted to go about playing Minecraft in general.
Mhm.
So it was
It was like a
it's
test.
definitely different. Definitely different.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
you can start to see in the later episodes how I guess that the idea of storytelling stuff came into that because there was a little bit of that in Mind Stealing, not really that much. It wasn't fleshed complete.
hmm I mean, yeah, like was it 28 episodes altogether? I've got a lot of
So
notes here.
I do have another one in the works as well. It's kind of the epilogue of Mind Stealing. We've got it set as like permanently Twilight at the moment.
All right.
And eventually, when the series ends, I think it's just going to become nighttime, and it's going to be it for the series.
Mm-hmm.
But it's getting towards the end of it. But we've got a few more episodes and stuff that we wanted to have planned out.
Yeah, I mean that would be really cool if you could like give like a final episode, like a finish, and I say like this is the end.
I'd like to have a proper finish because it deserves it.
Yeah, I mean it was like May-ish, I think, when you last did your Mind Stealing. So it's been a few months. So
it's been a few months.
Yeah, so people will be wondering what's going on.
It's a lot of time. I mean, we'd already said in that last episode it's the twilight of it. It's coming to an end, but it's been difficult finding time because obviously the last couple of episodes we want to do as collabs.
Yeah,
sort of Ed from Cobbledump and I want to do it as collab to kind of give the season a proper round out because we were the two main people that did YouTube. Yeah,
it'll be good to finish your first series on YouTube as well. Like,
yes,
you started with this and you're going to finish it properly. Like, I think it's quite important for you. But
yeah, it is.
There's one other series. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say I just want to give it a good send off because I will miss the base that I built there. I think about it quite often because it's a sort of ocean monument one and it's really, really cool. Like massive pixel arts of Vulu and Beast from the Black Lagoon, and stuff like that. Just silly little things that have caught my interest.
Yeah.
I've decided to do that.
Yeah, it was a good way to get started for you. Then, like, it gave you a bit of confidence as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely important that I give it a good send off.
Yeah. Well, there's another series that you've started quite recently, which was with what's he called? Gumpy Gaming.
Oh yes,
which is War Girls.
Yes, War Girls. Now it's still on a bit of hiatus at the moment. We've had a lot of issues with the server. We want to keep it going.
Yeah.
But honestly, like we've had so many issues with it. Just like we finally got the lag issue sorted. So I don't know if you saw the second episode, but it was very buggy and glitchy and laggy.
Yeah.
A lot of people were having an issue with that, and that got resolved. But now I started recording episode 3. I went behind the base and I got booted, and it said something about an anti-aircraft gun. I got Germsy Boy to check that out, and he got kicked as well for the same reason. Some sort of anti-aircraft gun has been put behind the base, and it's causing quite a few issues. So we don't really know how to resolve.
Yeah, I'm no good with modded technical stuff, so I wouldn't have an idea.
Neither. I leave it to the experts. I do not get involved.
Yeah, so, but War Girls is to be continued, am I to be correct?
Hopefully, yeah. I want it to be continued. I mean, it might be that it has to die and come back in a new form for me to be part of that. It might be that it needs to go, because I kind of discussed with Germsy Boy that what if we just went medieval with it rather than high-tech warfare? You can have medieval warfare, it'd still be War Girl. But it's getting the mod pack work, because obviously with different mod packs you've got so many issues with them clashing or causing issues if something's not quite right.
Yeah,
it's a fine balance. So hopefully we can get something sorted. I would definitely like to continue the series.
Yeah, I love mod packs, especially when other people do it, because everyone kind of uses them differently. So I think it would be great if you could get that mod pack working and get a series, especially with Grumpy Owl, because he's great.
Oh, he's a troll. I love it.
He is. He really is.
The fire alarm was so infuriating that he put in the base.
Yeah.
Like, it's genius, and it annoys me that I didn't find that first, because it's definitely something I would have done to him.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Yeah.
Absolutely great. So yeah, I definitely want more of those hygiene.
Yeah. So I mean, you've got quite a lot going on in town, really. You got your, would you say your main series is your Craftaway?
Main series is definitely away. Yeah, I try and get an episode of that out every Sunday for me, every Saturday.
And then you also have a few tutorials as well.
Yeah, just a little bit of like little redstone things that I've actually worked out myself. Gone, oh, that's quite cool. Let's do that.
Yeah, I think it's really cool when you can come with your own design and show the world, like, this is what I've created. I hope you can use this. Especially when it gets quite popular as well. I mean, it's a great feeling.
It is a great feeling.
So do you have any?
A lot of the ones that have got popular for me are just bugs where people can cheat. So
yeah. People love that.
It's not something I use.
Yeah.
But people love to cheat.
Yeah, they do. Like, the duplication glitches used to be a massive thing in Minecraft.
They still are.
Yeah, I mean, they're really hard to come by these days. When Minecraft first came out, they were easy. Whereas,
I mean, this is the thing that, like, that's kind of what threw me. It's like, in Java, it is ridiculously hard to dupe stuff.
Yeah.
But in Bedrock, it's still super easy.
Yeah.
Super.
Yeah, I kind of like that about how people will, like, if you go on, like, stuff that, like, search what people are searching for in Minecraft, most times it's like Minecraft cheats, Minecraft how to cheat, Minecraft hacks. Yeah. Like, people are searching for this stuff and people love it.
I mean, I'm still getting views on the 2 dupe glitches I found. Even though, like, I've put in the title, it's been broken for the past, like, 6 months.
Right.
But people still watch them.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, people aren't necessarily going to see the water in the Nether glitch that I found, because it doesn't, like, it's not something that they can cheat with. So
no, it's not.
They're not going to use it.
No.
But I mean, that's my favourite glitch that I found, was the water tile in the Nether.
Right, I've never seen that one.
Okay, well, in Craftaway, I've got. I imagine it would have been in the first proper full-blown aquarium in the Nether.
Mm-hmm.
Purely because this water tile glitch allows you to place water sources, and then you can just put the fish buckets in there.
Right.
And I found that the day that the aquatic update came on Bedrock, so it's like, it was right on the cusp. It was one of those wow moments when I found it. Yeah. I was like, oh man, this has so many uses. It's brilliant.
Yeah. It's kind of ground. Like, people are confused when they see it. Like, how on earth did you do that? And you kind of have that over people.
Yeah, pretty much. I still love that. I posted it on Twitter and I got a message from Azuma just saying, "How?"
Yeah, did it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really awesome.
Yeah, it's quite cool.
Yeah, I'm yet to have a famous YouTuber message me. So,
well, to be fair, I had spammed him in the comments a couple of times to say, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah.
So he probably just got sick of it and had a look. I don't think he actually searched me out and went, "Oh wow, that's different." But,
but it would be hard for him to find you anyway, because unfortunately, with us being so small YouTubers, we don't get 20 views. But it would be nice if someone did do that and found like a tutorial like that. But to start wrapping things up a bit now, so you've got quite a lot going on. Do you have any future series or projects that you can give us a sneak peek of?
Possibly. There's a couple of things like SMP related that are hopefully going to be happening in the sort of 6 months to 12 months.
Right, that's quite far away.
It's mainly ideas at this point. It's definitely a planning stage.
Okay.
Obviously, Craftaway and World of Solitude will be continuing for quite a long time yet. I think Craftaway, we've got, another year or so before season 1 even ends.
Right. Okay.
So that's, I mean, see, this first season is definitely about finding the right combination of people.
Yeah.
And just creating an SMP that people want to watch and want to join.
Hmm.
Because quite often you see these SMPs that will disappear after a year or two.
Well, that's it. Yeah, they just die out.
Yeah, they just die out because people get inactive on it, and we kind of want to build a community, a family that will keep going, that will sort of keep that.
I mean, you're always. I'm pretty sure. I'm speaking for a group, but I'm pretty sure you'll always be welcome in the Diamond Society if for some reason.
Yeah, I mean that is one of the plans. Is for. I would like to play on the Diamond Society just to sort of check it out and play with some of the people that are on there as well, because there's some great content creators there. Yeah, Lionheart's SMP was another one that sort of piqued my interest.
Yeah,
I went with World of Solitude.
Yeah, well, I was talking to I can remember his name properly. Vidagovia.
Vidagovia.
Yeah, because he's on the Lionheart SMP, and we talked about that quite a lot, and that seems like a great server to be on as well.
It does. There's some, like, in our little community that we've got on Twitter, there are some absolutely fantastic SMPs and content creators.
Yeah, and
you're kind of spoiled for choice. Like, if you are wanting to move to a different server for whatever reason, just for something new, someone new to play with, you are spoiled for choice. And that's kind of cool.
I mean, at some point, we must make a server that all of our community goes on. At some point.
We sort of discussed this on Craftaway, and it's kind of why we've got a couple of people from World of Solitude over on Craftaway and stuff. Is that we kind of want that community. We've still got our separate SMPs at the moment.
Yeah,
and that's what we want.
I mean, what we need Cap to go on the PC. We need them to start a server, and all everyone in the community start trying to end their own SMPs and series, and we're always going one big SMP. And we just start a YouTube group, and we need to become famous, and then we'll all move into a big house together, and it'll all be great.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a phantom in my house.
Yeah. And we're all going to move to Australia, so we're all in the same time zone. And we're going to go to the beach every day.
Well, come to New Zealand, that's where I am.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can. If I'm going to Australia, you can go to Australia.
No, I'm not going to Australia. There's spiders there, man.
Well, the spiders everywhere.
Yeah, but they're not spiders that try and kill you. They're not spiders that are designed to kill apes.
Look, I'll protect you from the spiders. Okay, you'll be fine. So
I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah, because it's going to happen. Let's be honest, it will happen. So I asked this question yesterday when I saw someone else. What are your ambitions for your YouTube now? Like, where do you see yourself going, like, within the next year or so?
I would like to say I definitely want to aim for 1,000+ subscribers. Like, it's not something I ever thought about at the start.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the monetized side of it. It's more the numbers side of it. Like, I love that there's a community for my videos. I love that people are watching them and enjoy watching them.
I mean, it's
more content, then the more people hopefully will watch, and it'd be nice to see.
I mean, once you reach 1,000 subscribers, you're officially a YouTuber.
1,000 seems to be the one that everyone talks about, doesn't it?
Yeah, like, I think once you get monetized, not that they want to be monetized, it's more that they can be monetized, and they become a YouTuber.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess even getting any sort of money from it kind of then legitimizes it to people.
Exactly.
When you say, "Oh, I do YouTube stuff," they're like, "Why? There's no point." But you go, "Well, actually, I, blah blah blah. I've got this many people who follow my videos, and I can make money from them."
Yeah.
That's something that becomes more of a legitimate job. People are then like, "Oh yeah, go for it. That sounds awesome."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at the moment, you talk to family and they're like, "Why? Why even bother doing this?"
Yeah. The job is crazy.
It's not meant to be a job. It's not meant to be a job. It's fun at the moment. I want to grow, and I enjoy what I'm doing, and I want to keep creating content and improving it. But it's a hobby at the moment.
Well, I think before you reach 1,000, you're more like an apprentice, aren't you? And then once you reach 1,000, you're like time served, and it's like learning a trade. And that's how I've looked at it. Yeah. But I think we can more or less wrap things up there. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers who are watching this, but before you go, like some last comments?
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, people always. I said that people always struggle because it's like really on the spot and no one ever knows what to say.
It's very much on the spot, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
like
Just-
stay in school.
Just stay in school. Don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of it is just enjoy doing what you're doing, whether
Yeah.
it's making content, playing Minecraft. Enjoy it, and
Yeah.
we've got a golden opportunity here as people playing this game to keep it alive, even though it's 10 plus years old.
Yeah,
And it's amazing to see how other people are using the game, how people are creating. And I just want that to continue, basically.
yeah,
So if they make content themselves, keep it up. Don't get disheartened. Yeah, that's really about it. Just keep at it.
yeah.
Don't be caught up by numbers. Numbers
No.
are not that important.
I've seen that a couple of times when I've got friends who have stopped on YouTube because they said they weren't getting the numbers they wanted, and
Yeah.
it doesn't happen overnight. It
No,
just
and the
doesn't.
numbers will eat your life. If you let
will.
it, the numbers will just absolutely eat your life.
Have fun, and the numbers will come after.
Just have
Yeah.
fun. In general.
Yeah, I think.
Life's too short to be worrying about stuff like that. Just have fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be our finishing message. Just have fun. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. So I really appreciate you coming on to the podcast and
I
interviewing you.
appreciate you having me on.
It's
Like,
been a lot of
fun
fun.
series to watch.
Yeah,
So-
I'm trying to interview everybody in our community at some point, but it's quite hard with their time zones.
I
But
can imagine.
But yeah, it's been really great, man. So I guess I'll see you on Twitter. And on
Yeah,
YouTube.
absolutely. I'll see you back on Twitter.
So thank you for that. This has been Sunfire SG. All of his links could be down below. His Twitter channel, Twitter page, his YouTube channel, and anything else I can find. All of his links could be there. So go check them out. I highly
Don't
recommend them.
search too hard.
Yeah, I
Don't-
mean,
There's stuff on the internet that I don't want people to look at, as far
No.
as like my Facebook and stuff like that, because that's just embarrassing.
no, I won't be linking any of those. Just the YouTube stuff, and also his Twitch. I'll be linking his Twitch as well. So if you like redheads that live in New Zealand, he's the one for you.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
that's a hard sell. Redheads in New Zealand.
Yeah,
That's a very niche
that's
market.
that's very, very niche market. But this has been my podcast for anything YouTubers. I'm not sure who my next guest will be. Your guess is as good as mine. I've got a lot of people in the works, but thank you so much.
I'm going to put out a suggestion.
Oh yeah,
Cloudhouse. I would love to hear more about him.
oh yeah. I've never actually talked to him that much on Twitter. I see
Pick him up. He's a cool guy.
him every now and then because he's quite a metal guy, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, and I kind of like that. So I'll hit him up and see whether he fancies a chat. And,
Awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you again for joining me. And this has been Sunfire SG and on my interview podcast. So
See ya.
thank you for watching, and bye bye.
Bye.